this is a genuine question, like, I promise. But with this whole, men versus women thing going on in the collective energy, I'm seeing a lot of stuff where women are basically saying, like, I'm trying to look decent, but women are basically saying they opt out of dating because it's really no point in dating these men. Energetically, it's just kind of draining, and unless, like, your cup is being replenished, then it's kind of like, what's the point? And a lot of men are kind of also like, well, fuck y'all women. If we gotta actually do something for y'all, then that means that we just not gonna do anything for y'all, and everyone can just, I guess, die single, whatever. But I genuinely want to know, as a woman who love money, I don't care how much you flip, twist, and turn it, I love them racks. I don't care. What do men spend their money on? Like, genuinely. I know so many men who make a lot of money, especially in this newer generation. Like, it can be men my age who have, tens and thousands of dollars or thousands of dollars, whatever. But all of these men are perpetually single. And I genuinely want to know, like, what do men spend their money on, I'm young, mind you, I'm very young. Most of these men who have a lot of money, I'm assuming they spend it on cars, maybe. I know that might be like a dumb guess, but like, I'm genuinely trying to figure out, because men will have apartments, but they won't have homes. They have cars, and just off of that, I don't really know people's monthly expenses or whatever, but like, I'm being honest, it be some men out here who don't even have a home or a car, or, a combination of both. So I genuinely want to know, what do they spend their money on?
Yeah, no, it's not a war between men and women. It is women going against men. That's the issue that we're having. That is the issue that we are having. If women stop looking at men as the enemy, if they stop looking at their brothers as enemies, we don't have these conversations, right? We do not have these conversations. We don't have these conversations of a war between men and women, right? This gender war. Once again, this gender war is started by women, continued by women. Men not even participating in this stuff. Now, you do have male advocacy channels that want to sit here and defend other men, that defend ourselves. But the fact that you sit here and you will look at this type of content and they think that this content is just breeding men who don't care much about life, who don't care. Stop it, right? Just stop it. These are arguments that can easily be debunked. These are arguments that can easily be exposed, because it's like, why do you think that red pill only has something to do with being disrespectful to women, putting down women? It has nothing to do with being disrespectful or putting down women, right? It is teaching you about women. It's teaching you about your place in society. And a good example is being able to pinpoint women who are like this, who are just she's pretty much, I don't know why she's acting so oblivious, why she's acting like she don't know. Oh my gosh, well, what do y'all men truly spend your money on? What does a man having to be single, what does it have to do with his spending habits? What he spend his money on? Like, she's describing men as if they are much of the issue, when you can just literally look at the woman and you can tell these women are the ones with the issues. Like, I want to know, like, what are y'all truly spending your money on? Like, because I know we are in like a pandemic where men don't want to, like, or men are like single and alone right now. So I just want to know, like, what are y'all like really spending your money on? As if what you're trying to say is because the amount of money that we might make or the amount of money that we spend on ourselves could be the reason why we might not be in a relationship with women. But then if you listen to what she's saying a little bit later on in the video, she says that I know what women spend money on. The women spend money on vacations, on going out to eat, going to clubs, going to parties, friends, doing all of this extra stuff. And it's like, once again, look at where all of this money is being spent. And by the way, she says she's young. People, she says she's young, and she's spending all of this money. This is what young women like to do. Y'all just blow through money. But guess what? Look at the good thing about this. You have your average men who may get money, and they may spend their money on a little bit of that Mary Jane. They may spend some money on going out to eat, or they may spend money on some clothing or some video games. But that's it. That's it. Men don't need much to make them happy. Men don't need to make all of this money to be a career-driven man, to make all of this money so he can go out here and go travel the whole wide world. Some men are just comfortable in the house and just making tons of money. But this is an issue that we have with our women today. Women who are like her. This is the issue that we have with women today. They live above their means. And then when, as a man, you can't provide them that lifestyle, especially in your 20s, when that's not even your job or your role, unless if you're making tons of money, if you can't provide that lifestyle, then they will look down upon you. And that's the issue that we're having. That's the issue that men are running into with your sisters today. Like I said, this woman wants to play dumb, but I promise you, bro, she's high maintenance, and you would have to spend tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of money on her. But let's continue.
Like, women, I can see where we spend our money on. We spend our money on our beauty, our maintenance, our clothes, our travel, our food, our hobbies. But I don't see any men out here signing up for like a $300 course, or I don't see any men out here. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to like project onto all men. But yeah, basically, like, if a man makes like $5,000 a month, and, well, I don't know. I don't want to crunch the numbers up too much. But long story short, what is the men's purpose of living? Like, if not to spend money on women, are y'all like eating y'all's money up? Is the money being fucked off and like gambling? I think that's really what it is that a lot of men spend money gambling. They eat all their money, or they use it towards their vices, which is like alcoholism, drugs, and I guess sex. But men nowadays, they be acting like they mad at women for saying, okay, well, if all you want me for is sex, because men ain't trying to, they not saving up so that, well, let me not say that, because a lot of men are. I'm trying not to like, whatever. But, yeah, unless it's like a younger man saving his money for his potential wife and family in the future, what the fuck do y'all men be spending money on? Like, honestly. Or do y'all not? Like, do y'all just go to work and come home and then sit in your house all day and then wake up and do the same thing? Are y'all like buying quality groceries? Is this going towards hobbies? Maybe like if you have a car and you're, upgrading your car, that can be something. Unless it's the passion for fashion. Is y'all spending all your money on clothes? And if y'all spend all your money on clothes, I assume it's to look good, to attract women. But then it's like, then what? Men don't even want to, they not even going to give you their clothes. So it's like, okay, so you spent $500 to attract a woman just to turn around and say like, oh, well, I'll never spend $500 on a date or whatever the case is. I'm not saying I'll personally go through this, but it's just a genuine question, because I do, and I maybe have to just ask these men. But I'm like, I come across men who make a lot of money, and no offense, they don't have nothing to show for it. No offense. But again, I'm speaking as a young woman who fucks off my money eating, shopping, getting my hair done, getting my nails done, and just doing womanly stuff. Yeah, let me know.
Like I said, I gotta ask her, what does a man's spending habits have to do with him being single? But you're gonna say, oh, well, maybe because he doesn't know how to control his money, maybe because he this, maybe because he that. Well, ma'am, if that's the case, then you wouldn't have said what you said, talking about, oh, well, I already know what women, spend their money on: makeup, this. It's a bunch of stuff. But yeah, once again, men, they know how to save their money. They know how to keep from being in debt. When you look at a lot of your women, when you look at a lot of your sisters, if I'm not mistaken, a lot why the women are the most in debt when it comes down to college. And another man has to sit here and help them out and pay for that stuff. Women spend all day. Come on now, let's be honest. Let's just be honest. Look at the amount of money that women spend on having to buy nails, eyelashes, weave. You look at a lot of our sisters, man, in the hood, man, who are on Section 8. Look at the amount of money that they spend on weaves, wigs, eyelashes, putting on all of this stuff, but yet they taking a man to court. And a lot of their arguments is, well, judge, well, your honor, I don't make enough money. Well, I'm this, I'm broke, I'm yada, yada, yada. And it's hard to take care of a child. So this is why I need this amount of money from this man here. But yet they have wigs. That stuff costs $100, $200, $300. Then you talking about nails and you talking about eyelashes. Come on, people. Come on, man. But yeah, you want to sit here and try to make it seem as if men are the issues, right? As if men's spending habit is the issue as to why they might be lonely today. Or maybe a lot of your men are struggling to date women today because you have your average woman who are like herself who think they are better than the man. Now, some may say, well, how does she think she is better than men? Because here's the logic. What makes you think, once again, what makes you think that a man's spending habit alone is the issue as to why he is single? Like, you could at least come up with a better argument. But this is pattern recognition. We hear many sisters on TikTok talking like this, right? I mean, this girl sounds like at first I thought she was just playing dumb, but I just honestly think her elevator does not go all the way up to the top. Look at this video where she's talking about astrology, right? This new term.
All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about the third house in astrology. Third house represents communications, your siblings, your neighborhood, early education, short distance travel. Like, it's very local. It just represents the local things in your environment. So with that being said, it really does kind of emphasize mostly how you communicate, how you get your ideas across. And as y'all see, I'm big on the third house because all I do is sit here and talk to y'all all day. So if you have, like me, I have Capricorn in my third house. And anyways, my son is a Capricorn too. I'm a Capricorn sun. But basically, with that, my ideas and the way that I speak can come off as very logical. I speak in a way where I want everyone to be able to understand me. I speak very articulate with my words. You know, Capricorn does represent like a standard or a slight elite type of nature to itself, or more of like, I've worked hard for this, so I don't mind showing it. So that is represented in my speech. I really like people to know that I'm well-spoken, and I try to use very particular words to get my ideas across. Example. Now, for instance, if you have Gemini in your third house, you will speak a lot more chatty. You will be a lot more descriptive with your words. You may text with emojis. You potentially, since it's siblings and Gemini rules the third house, you potentially may be a twin. You know, just something as small as that. You potentially may be a twin. For instance, if you have Sagittarius in your third house, Sagittarius is very broad and expansive. So people with Sagittarius third house, you hear them before you see them. Like, they're very loud. Their voice is very broad. They can be a little bit straightforward or like sharp with their words. But another like counter example.
Shut up. People, come on. Like people, let's be real. Like, once again, I just don't think her elevator goes all the way to the top. I think she is just like most of your other women who jump on TikTok talking about story times or just coming up with these think pieces that makes no sense, that does not correlate in any kind of way. But hey, because they want to push a narrative about man, why not? It's sad, but y'all let me know down below. What do y'all guys think? Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.